It's been a while since I've been live with you guys. I'm doing tarot cards today. It's been a while. I can't wait to see the chat pop up. Hello, my friends. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back here and to do the tarot card for you guys. I appreciate you guys all so much. If you have never seen me before, what I'm doing here is I'm doing what I call like and share tarot card pulls. So I believe in the concept of exchange of energy, which means that if you put your energy out, then something good comes back, and we can all help each other if we just give a little bit, right? So, and I love tarot cards, and I'm learning my tarot cards all over again. And man, are they ever helpful when, let me try pulling my microphone over. Maybe that'll help you guys hear me better. Hey, sorry guys. Maybe that helps better. There we go. And these things are so extremely helpful when making choices, decisions, having guidance, things like that in our life. So like and share tarot is, if you have watched my medium, see, I'm a medium, a psychic medium, and the dead communicate with me all the time. They're in my head now. That's why they push out my own thoughts and replace them with their funky words. But if you can get over that, we can get right to this, which is, oh my God, you see what I'm saying? Somebody's dad is here, and he's like, you're not pushing me out of your mind. I'm going to say what I'm saying. Marilyn, I'm going to you first. I think that this person is connected to you. Anyway, let me try to get this out, guys. Okay. So every week I get up here and I do messages from Spirit with my members of the THM Club. And it's a very small fee, and for 6 months to a year, and you get monthly memberships every single month, but only members can do that. So a lot of you watch those videos and you comment on them and you share them with your friends. And so this is just my way of helping to give back a little bit to all of you who have helped to share this, because that's how we get known, right? Is by that little like button. And if you click that little like button, then that helps the algorithms in YouTube spread these videos out so that more people know about me. And the more people that know about me, the sooner we get this THM Center up, and you guys can have free, or not free, well, maybe once in a while I'll do a free live group. Wouldn't that be something for 150 people? Anyway, the THM Center is going to be a center where there's 150 people, and I can give group readings twice a week for only $40 a week, or $40 a time. So anyway, all along the last few weeks, we have been keeping track of everybody that has written, liked, and shared on our videos. And so today I am going to pull your cards and see what's going on with you. So, and the good news is, guys, at the end of this, if I have time, because I think we don't have a big list here, and you are watching this now and you want me to pull your cards now, all you have to do is like it. And yeah, I don't know if you know how to share. I don't know how to share it, but if you can share these YouTube videos, it's not like when we were on Facebook, right? But if you know how to share it, awesome. But all you got to do to get me to pull your card is just hang out with us until we're done. I'm done these few names, and then like this video, and then I will, and comment that you've liked, and then I'll pull your card. So anyway, we're starting with Marilyn, and your cards are jumping at me here, Marilyn. So there we go. Like I said, jumping. And so is my hair. Do you see this? This is what it's like to be a medium, you guys. I'm just telling you, people think it's really fun. The dead kind of take over all of your senses, all of your stuff. And yeah, it's fun. Hi, Angela. Okay, so Marilyn, what do we have? Flexible and chop wood. Ooh, hun. I love these cards. They're so helpful at providing just like getting right to the point of the issue. And so this tells me that whatever you're going through in your world, you're going through some kind of change. This is what flexible means, is that it's about going with the flow and being flexible to the changes that come in our life, right? Sometimes we are expecting things to turn out one way or to happen a certain way, and they don't really turn out that way. And so we beat ourselves up, or that's what, if we let that old narrative in our mind, then it will just bring your emotions down, and it will pull towards you all of more negative experience. So what chop wood is talking about, what this card means, is it talks about distraction, doing something to keep yourself distracted. Do something that takes your focus off of what you are trying to like make happen. The flexibility card shows me you're trying to make something happen. You're trying to do some kind of change. Just remember that resistance and obstacles are part of the change, right? If we knew how to get from A to B right from the get-go, we would have been there already. So you have to understand there's going to be some ebb and flow. Remain flexible. Go do something. Chop wood. Go to bingo. Well, we can't go to bingo anymore, can we? Actually, my sister told me that you can do like online bingo or something now. Anyway, I don't know why bingo's coming up. I don't know if you do bingo. I don't even think you do, but that's interesting. So someone's watching this that has something to do with bingo. Anyway, Marilyn, that's a really good sign. I'm going to pull one more and say outcome. Is this going to go where she wanted to go? And I have a feeling it is. When they show you the chop wood card, that's literally them saying, could you put it on cruise control and let us drive for you for a little while? Let's see. Yeah, you got a change in the wind and regeneration happening, right? So be flexible, take your time, distract yourself when you're feeling like you are frustrated, and remember where you're going, and remember to talk to yourself and parent yourself through that. Okay, Donna Robitaille, I'm coming to you. Spirit, what can you tell me for Donna? Oh, Donna, you got a story. They're not popping like they were with Marilyn. Let's see. Sometimes they just want to be shuffled. Oops, as I hit the microphone. All right, Donna. Ooh, there we go. Clean it up. Oh, something's going on that needs your attention. Something's going on that needs your attention. Can we get some clarity for that for Donna? Serendipity. Interesting. Donna. Okay, so clean it up usually references some type of situation that you need to clean out the old before you can bring in the new, so to speak. And when you get the serendipity card right next to it, that's telling me that you don't need to try so hard, hun. You got to remember that the universe has your back. So if you are doing the positive steps to take care of yourself and to clean up the toxic stuff in your life, or to get yourself out of old patterns and behaviors that weren't serving you, when you do those types of behaviors, experiences, when mind shift, that's the word I'm looking for. When you make that mind shift and you change your routines and your habits and things like that in such a way, and you start cleaning up your environment to make room for change, this card means the universe has your back, hun. The minute that you do that, that's when you're going to start seeing all of these wonderful things start coming in that you maybe had pinched off before. When you tell yourself, and the reason why I was pinched off before is because you weren't cleaning it up. Reminds me of when I was a teenager and stuff, and I had that really messy room, and it's like, I don't want it to be messy. I want it to be clean, but I don't want to do the work to get from there to here and clean it up. Coming through with serendipity means that they're going to help you with this to make it easier. They're going to send you, your friend's going to knock on the door right when you need her to, right when you weren't expecting her to show up, and go, let me help you. And it'll be much easier than you expect. But you have to put the initiative in. You have to put the work in first. You have to get that motivation, that momentum, I guess is the word I'm looking for, going. I hope that's helpful. Okay, who's next? Lulu Kadri. Oops, Lulu Kadri. Please keep in mind, you guys, I don't know what your stories are. I don't know what your questions are. So I hope, these are helpful. But I do miss the chat. Hello, you guys. Liked, shared, and subscribed. Awesome. So I have a few people on my list here, guys. And when I'm done, I will get to you guys. So first, Lulu. Here we go. Spirit, what do you have to say for Lulu? Ooh, by the book. I'm gonna read this one. You know why? Because it's not usually my favorite card. I'll be honest. Because by the book usually references that there's something that we have to follow the rules on. Forgive me, I'm not always a rule follower. Hold on a second here. I need my flashlight. Forgive me, guys. I can't see the cards. Number 11. I like to read out of the book, just so you know. I like to read my book sometimes just because I'm a psychic medium as well. So when I see the words written down, I feel the energy on them and I can feel it differently than just looking at the card. So it gives me clarity to see it written down, if that can make any sense to you. It's like the difference between standing outside of a bakery and smelling the bread or being in the kitchen. Does it make sense? Okay, anyway. By the book, abiding by social rules. Told you, not my thing. Conformity, respecting cultural or family customs, universal laws. Yeah, it's usually a card. I'm going to pull another one to see what this is talking about, Lulu, but it's usually a feeling of having to go along, having to do certain things that maybe are not our favorite kind of things. Like sometimes you can get by the book for routine stuff, like being stuck in routine stuff and not being able to get outside of the norm. In fact, that's a very good example. A lot of us right now in this world are being restricted by the book right now because we are being restricted by the book, right? By literally the rules of society. So, there we go. This is how you know they're on fire, to be honest with you. This is what I love about cards. They have a life of their own. Here and now. Okay, the way that you get through this is you be present here and now. I really do feel that there's some kind of restriction that you're trying to work through. And the reality is that the more that you feel restricted, the more restriction you're going to get, right? So what the here and now card is talking about is to remember that you have here and now. And if you spend too much time thinking and wishing you could be in the future, then you can't feel happiness here and now. And if you're spending too much time wishing that you were in the past, you don't feel that happiness here and now. This is telling you to look into the here and now to find a new way to find joy and happiness and release. I really feel like you need some joy here. Hold on a second. Yeah, here we go. Serendipity. Allow the universe to show you, sweetie, that it has your back, that ask for what you need. But I mean, you have to be realistic in this sense. So I'm going to give a real world situation because a lot of us, me especially, is I say especially because I'm in my own head, right? But anyway, aching to travel, aching to get out. And I see people every day who have loved ones all over the world. And there's this feeling of separation and people just aching to be able to go and travel and be together. And they're bound by this here and now energy, right? By the book energy. And so in the here and now, what it's saying is talk to your loved ones, talk to your guides, talk to whoever it is up there. And most importantly, talk to yourself and say, okay, well, I can't get there yet, but that doesn't mean I have to be miserable now. I'm going to get there. We're on our way there. And in the meantime, I'm going to satiate myself doing something else. I'm going to distract myself, right? It's like when you have a hungry 2-year-old and you're cooking dinner and they can smell dinner. And that's the other thing I want to remind you guys is that feeling of wanting something, that extreme desire for something usually comes because you can smell it even more. It's like you don't know what you're picking up, but you can smell it more, and it makes your mouth water. It makes you want it so bad. That's what I'm feeling here. The universe is saying, relax, find some happiness in your current here and now. And then you will kind of unpinch that restriction, because if you're feeling restriction, you get more restriction. Your feelings are magnets. They pull that. You can tell what you're pulling towards you by what you're feeling, right? So find something to feel joy on here and now, and allow the universe to bring you and do the work for you for whatever it is that you're trying to force through. Make sense? Hope that helps. Okay. Pat, my friend. Pat what? Oh, Pat. Yours just popped right out. Like no work whatsoever. Pat, oh my God, I love this for you. Okay, one of my favorite cards in the deck, TikTok, which means divine timing. This means that there are certain things you can't rush forward. There are certain things you can't slow down. You can't hold back from these things. Divine timing, sweetheart. And then you have new life. Next to, okay, this is what I said. I love this for you. All that glitters. Can you guys see that? New life, all that glitters next to divine timing. You've been trying to, and it gives me goosebumps because if I can remember correctly, I mean, it's been a while since I've talked to you, a couple of months maybe, but I do think I recall you saying something about changing some old and bringing in some new. So the fact that you get these cards, I mean, how much explanation does that need? Divine timing. You have what you need in order to make this new change. There is absolutely this new life coming in, but not just this new life. There's a warning with this card as well, though. I just want you to be aware that, hold on a second. I want to get my book. I just want to be cautious here. And I want you to be cautious with one thing. It's like I keep hearing because I'm a psychic medium as well, right? And in my head, I'm hearing all that glitters is not gold. And look I turned right to that page. See, that's synchronicity. This is how synchronicity works. This is my backup to show me that I was meant to look it up in the book so that I can feel it a little clearer. So let me just see this. So a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress. To don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature. Trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. So no, that doesn't sound bad the way that that last part sounded bad, but that's not what I'm getting from this. That's the warning part that I was getting from this. So I think what I'm hearing here is that to allow the universe to bring in the divine timing that everything is going to happen when it's happened. There is a new life coming in, but it's not going to be based around old material things. So I don't know how to explain that. I don't know. Let me see. This is where I'm going to ask for one more card because I want a little more clarity on exactly what that's talking about. It's saying there's a new life coming in, but something is not going to look the way that you expect it to look, I think. And it's not saying that you're not going to have money. So don't get me wrong there. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. It's saying that it's just a matter of timing before this can come in. You got the take a nap card, which means like take a break, take a nap, like let it go, just breathe for a bit. Don't focus on it. Take your focus completely off of it. And the exchanging gifts. So I'm seeing this as nothing is going to come and get dumped down on your shoulders the easy way, but there is an exchange of energy, right? So at the end of the day, that's exactly what it's saying. It's saying that allow the divine timing of the universe to help you bring in this new life. Be careful on what you think your new life should look like, because it doesn't have to look like everything sparkly and gold in order for you to be able to get that gift that you're looking for. You just got to take a nap and let the divine timing do its work. Don't try so hard. In other words, don't try so hard. There is a new life coming in for you. It's just a matter of, are you going to, are you going to let it in the easy way or the hard way? And accepting divine timing on stuff, trust me, I'm an Aries, guys. It is not always the easiest thing to do. All right. And that's, yes, the understatement of the year. Kelly Moore Decamp, we're coming to you. I hope that was helpful, Pat. I wish I knew exactly what your question was, because I could just feel how it was trying to answer something specifically, but because I don't know your question, I have no idea. Oh, Pat, I just saw your thing. I hope that you understood that, because the universe is trying to help you. You just got to breathe, sweetie. Just breathe and understand that you're not alone on this. Hold on. Before I go on to the next person, I'm going to pull one more for you, hon. I'm going to pull one more for you. Fork in the road. You were feeling stuck, weren't you? You were. You were feeling stuck. Like I get the feeling of I was feeling like this was punishment. This was not tuition. This was punishment. But this is not punishment. This is tuition. This is you are moving. This fork in the road is a beautiful thing because it's not a dead end, right? Waiting on the knee surgery. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so what it's saying, I totally thank you. So that helps me understand a little bit more what it's talking about. So if you're waiting for knee surgery, and I'm remembering those cards that I just pulled for you, it's telling you to wait on that the divine timing is going to bring it in exactly when you need it in. And they're preventing you from being hurt right now. So obviously, because it's talking about that divine timing, it's talking about bringing it in when it's ready. It's I feel like you were protected from either a bad doctor or the wrong time. There was something, it was not the right time. Now is the right time. You have a fork in the road, which I'm feeling an alternative therapy. Hold on a second. Not an alternative therapy, but maybe an alternative doctor, an alternative choice. There was some decision that was made that is changing this course. That's why you have new life coming in, because it is there. It is there. Yeah, you're poised. You're just sitting here waiting like, hello, hello. Where's it coming? Hold on. That's where you had the regeneration card, didn't you? Or was that the card before? I don't know. Show me one more. Okay. Throw it at the thing. To be fair, you've waited long enough. It's your turn. It's coming up. You just got to get excited, sweetie. Instead of being frustrated, get excited. Start telling people that your knee surgery is coming. They'll be like, oh yeah, when's it booked? Just say, I don't know. I just know it's coming. And when they look at you like it's crazy, you're crazy. Don't worry about that, because this is how you bring it in. Literally, when you talk about it coming, when you write it down and say, thank you, God, for it coming for my knee surgery. I know you're bringing it to me with exactly the right time, with exactly the right doctor, at exactly when it's going to be the easiest in my life and the most beneficial in my life. And you can get into the vibration of that emotion. Serendipity, hon. Serendipity. Okay. And you've been learning about your gifts. That's awesome. Hi, guys. Okay, I got to move on here. That is awesome. Keep doing that, Pat. And I think you're a member, so you should call in because you've got a lot of information trying to come through here. All right, Kelly Moore Decamp. Here we go. I heard them just say to me, you need to shuffle those, please. At least you have polite loved ones. Okay. Kelly Moore Decamp. Kelly Moore Decamp. Please, spirit guides. Woo, there we go. Community. What are you building in the community? Oh, I heard take them. What did I just say? What are you building in the community? And then you get building blocks, right? And then I get go the distance. Go the distance. So obviously you're building something in the community. This is telling you go the distance. Don't stop. Literally, don't stop. Keep pushing forward. I want one more. I don't know what your question was about, but oh yeah. If this is not something in the community, it's going to be very helpful for the community. It's building blocks in your life, in your community's life. That's interesting. Hold on. Nothing else? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. Go the distance. This is what you have coming in, hun. Happy, happy, happy. It's like the who is that? Phil? Is it Phil Robinson? Or yeah, happy, happy, happy. Love them. Duck Dynasty. Oh my God. Anyway, I hope that was helpful, Kelly. Good things coming in. Whatever you're building, keep it up. It's going to help that community. Elaine Recknagel. Ooh, and then I heard in my head, and it's going to be very successful for in your community. So the other thing is they keep stressing community, community, community. So I just want to say one more thing, Kelly. If you're thinking of going too big, keep it a little bit smaller. It almost sounds like you're building a business or there's something you're trying to do. But if it's too big, you got to start in a small pot first, right? Does that make sense? Because they're saying start in your community, because you have to, it's about building a very strong base before we get bigger branches, right? So build that base first. Does that make sense? All right. All right. Okay, Elaine Recknagel. Elaine Recknagel. Here we go. Elaine Recknagel. Spirit, what can you tell us for Elaine? What can you tell us for Elaine? Here. What can you tell us for Elaine? Elaine, you have a story. See, if they don't come out the first couple of shuffles like that, that's usually because they're lining up together so that they can tell a story. That's how you know when the cards have a story. What do you have for Elaine Recknagel? Elaine, what can you tell me? Goodness sake. There we go. See? Boom. Oh, wow. Like I said, they are all coming out. A change in the wind. Something's not for you. There's a change in the wind. This is not for you. You've figured out that all that glitters is not gold. So again, there's a feeling of, from this, it's like you've noticed something that was, you made a choice here that this is not for me, whether it's a person, a job, a situation, whatever it is, this is not for me. I think by this card shows me you entered into it thinking that this was something that was more glittery than it actually was. And here's what I want you to know is that that decision that you made to move, this change in the wind, is going to bring in your milk and honey. Milk and honey is one of the best cards in this deck. It's talking about all of the good stuff coming in that has been worked for. Milk and honey doesn't just appear. It's not just something that appears in your life. This is something that has taken work. The farmers had to work for the milk. They had to mine for the honey. And, this is a really good card. This is kind of like the world card in the deck, I would say, an accumulation, a cycle, ending of a cycle that brings in everything good in your life. So, Elaine, if you've been trying to get away from this situation that is not for you, keep going, because that's what's waiting for you, is this milk and honey. I hope that was helpful, hon. Okay, who's next? Two more, and then I'm going to start taking your guys's, because what time is it? It's 10:39. I got another 40 minutes. Maybe I can hang out. So here we go. I only have one more. Tianna. And then I'm getting to you guys. Remember, you guys, if you want me to pull a card for you, look at my hair. You just have to like this video, and share it on Facebook is even better. But like the video and comment on here that you've liked it so that I know. And then I will take as many people as I can before I have to go. Okay. Tianna. And all of you that I am pulling your cards right now, I just want to say you guys are such faithful, loyal, and amazing people that you are constantly watching my videos. You are sharing them all the time. And I hope that that means that you're finding value in what I'm putting out, or the messages that we're getting from Spirit. And that makes me happy, because that's why I'm here every day. That's why I put this stuff out on YouTube, even if there's only 2 watchers. I don't care, because you never know. It just might help those 2 people, right? So anyway, so I appreciate you guys so much. All right, Tianna. What does Tianna need to know? Whew, Tianna, your cards are flipping. Interesting. Oh, Tianna, this is why. Are you in a tizzy? That's what I call emotional frustration. I'm not giving you the finger. I swear to God. How awkward was that? Okay. Anyway, start this again. Why is that card that is showing that you're going over and over and over and over something in your head, or being stuck in your head, or that you're looking at a situation in a way that you don't need to look at it? It's kind of like if you raise your perspective a little bit, then you wouldn't feel the way that you're feeling. This is why I call it my tizzy card, because sometimes we get in just what I call an emotional tizzy, right? I am so guilty of this all the time. Ask my accountant. Anyway, so when we see this card, that's usually an indication to take a good little quick check at your life and go, okay, is this really as bad as I think it is? Or am I making it a little bit worse because of things going on in my life? Yeah, you're at a fork in the road and you just got to let it in. Oh, isn't this crazy? So you can't let it in when you're in a tizzy. This is exactly what I'm talking about, you guys. Your emotions are magnetic. And this is the trick of the whole thing, right? I just, again, had this situation happen to me with finances. I got myself in a tizzy. That's why I use my accountant as an example, because I got myself in a tizzy over some kind of financial issue that wasn't really an issue. It was only an issue because my blonde head didn't understand the issue in a way that my accountant did. So I got myself in a tizzy. And when I did that, it presented a whole bunch of other forks in the road, and a bunch of my income things got all messed up. So normally I would get paid on a certain day for something in my world, and it didn't come in on that day because of different scenarios, like just random weird stuff. And the clients that I had that day ended up having to reschedule. And it was just a series of little things like this where money just pushed away. And it was because I got myself in that tizzy. And your emotions are magnetic. So what I was pushing out there was the emotion of, I can't do this, and money is like hard, and this is hard. So money's like, oh, she thinks that it's too hard for us to get there, so we can't get there, right? That's where you get this fork in the road. You want to go somewhere, but you can't get there because why? That's where this card comes in, because you can't allow it in. So how do you allow it in, you ask? Well, you have to get into the vibration of what you're asking for. What I mean by that is the way that I fixed my money situation was I found, first of all, I sat down and I had a quick talk with myself about, Tracy, you got this, and you got all the people around you that are going to help you with this. And this isn't like before when you were in the past and you were all alone. You've got people, you've got help, you can do this. And when I sat down with that attitude and that vibration to attack the problem, it was fixed like that. And the second that and then when it got fixed like that, my mood, my vibration was elevated so high and I was so excited. And then everything else just went boom, 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 and started fixing. That's how it works. That's literally how it works. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, you have to understand that it's already been done. I'm going to pull one more because I want to know about this fork in the road. Tell me about the fork in the road. Tell me what exactly this is. Show me Tianna's fork, please. That sounds funny. Of course, they can't give me one card, right? Your fork, trying to be an observer and find peace in a situation in the here and now. Oh, this is so, I love my cards. Okay, so what is the fork in the road? You have something that's completely unfinished symphony that is completely unfinished in your world. And it's not the way that you like it. In fact, you have no choice but to watch it go down or watch things go down in a way that you're not really liking this go down. And it's happening in the here and now. These two, I want to say, are going together. In the here and now, you just need to take a nap. In the here and now, you just need to just be an observer and find some peace in the situation. And that's what I was saying in the very beginning of this. And before we pulled the rest of these cards is exactly, you need to get into the vibration of peace, of happiness and joy, of whatever it is that you're trying to pull into you. You've got to find something to feel the way that you want to come in. I hope that makes sense. Okay, who do we have up here? I don't mean to shout at you, but I'm weird and I've got spirit in my head and they're loud. So, okay, here we go. Sagittarius Goddess. That is an awesome name, just so you know. I am going to pull your cards right now. So, Sagittarius Goddess, ooh, that was quick. Time for a nap. Oh, Sagittarius, you're here for a reason, aren't you? Listening to these messages for a reason. What else do we got going on? Exchanging gifts. Time for a nap, exchanging gifts. And one more, Spirit. What are we talking about here? Exchanging gifts. You're waiting on something to happen. Hold on. Give me clarity. All that glitters. All that glitters. See, what I find interesting is that because I'm a psychic medium and I see the synchronicities and I can like smell energy differently than anybody else. Or well, not differently than anybody else. I'm sure there's a lot of people that can smell the energies like I do. Just not most of them. So the thing about that is that I notice these little synchronicities, like every single group that I do have certain themes that everybody can get something from the messages, even if I'm not talking to you. So if you've been listening to all the rest of these people's readings, they're for you too, because you've got the exact same cards that are coming up. And it feels like you're in a very similar situation, that there's something that you've realized is not what it seems. And you're frustrated because I think you want out of it. I don't know. I almost get divorced out of this. I don't know if I'm right. Hold on a second. If it's not divorce from a person, it could be moving on from something, from one situation into another situation. But it looks like with the exchanging gifts card that you're not willing to move until you have something else. It's like, you give me something, I'll give you something. No place like home. That's the card of feeling a belonging, a sense of belonging, a sense of wanting to being somewhere. Again, like all that glitter, something wasn't what you thought. You're just going to have to sleep it off, get over it. Find something that feels like home and that is an equal exchange of energy. You see what I mean? It feels like dating or feels like a job. I'm going to scroll down and see if you've commented anything. Nope. So I have no idea what we're talking about for you here, hon. All right. But I'm moving on. So hope that was helpful. Who else? Sorry, guys, I'm half blind, so you have to put up with me looking right at you. Angela Cortland, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't see your liked and shared up there. You were like the first person that liked and shared. All right, let's do Angela Cortland. And you know what I heard in my head? That was a perfect example of letting it in. Letting it in. You were interesting. Interesting. I don't know what that meant. Anyway, here we go, Angela. Angela Cortland, Spirit, what do you have to say to Angela? Angela Cortland. Angela Cortland, your cards are jumping. No place like home. No place like home. But they just said, could you read it this time, please? Okay, Bossy Spirit, here we go. No place like home. It's one of the last cards in the tarot, which tells you that it's like a completion of energy. It's coming back to home. It's a safety, our comfort zone kind of feeling. Authenticity, coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you just fit, being comfortable in your own skin. Ooh, I love that. Hold on a second. What else? What else? I just hear like trumpets going off as I'm like doing this. Like, woohoo, we're so proud of you. Feels like it's been a journey, sweetie. Feels like it's been a journey. Hold on. What else we got here? For Angela, explain this. What does that mean? What are you talking about? No place like home. I'll tell you, your loved ones are bossy. They just told me to shuffle it again. That's like the third time they've said that. All right. Are we good now? Angela Cortland. No place like home. Seem like Dorothy in my head from Wizard of Oz. That was the point. They wanted to wait until I said that. Told ya. I didn't want the whole book to come out. I tried to stuff them back when like 5 cards fell out, but no, they all fell down instead. Oh, this is interesting. A leg up, not for you. Oh, child. Oh, okay. Why are you stressing about this situation? That's what they're saying. Why are you stressing about this situation? You've learned something is not for you. You've learned that this situation definitely is not something that you want. And I feel like you're looking for a leg up. That leg up card, I don't know. I almost get like a student loan or something, like you're waiting on student loan or something to come in. It's like, there's this situation that's not for you and you don't want to be there anymore. So you're looking for this leg up. You've made this reach for something that is... and you've got the mending card here too. Give me a second here, Angela. These are like puzzle pieces for me. So give me a second. Which goes where? This goes here. So not for you is first. And then we have to go through the why. The why is that emotional tizzy or something. I feel like you stayed in the emotional tizzy for a little while once you realized that wasn't for you. Oh, that's why this isn't working. I think that you tried to do the mending thing for a long time. I think what this is saying is that you were trying to mend something that wasn't for you to make it for you, and it put you into an emotional tizzy until you realize that this is just not for you. And now you have reached for this leg up, and it's just a matter of time before it happens. So in the meantime, it's saying give yourself some distraction. Do something else. This card, you know what I think of it when I see this card? The way I can explain this card feels to me, because I've had 4 children, right? So this card feels to me like month 7 of your pregnancy. You're done. You're fat, you're hot, you're tired, you can't sleep properly, your feet hurt, you've got indigestion, your hair's like either falling out or growing so fast you can't keep up with it. Point being, you want this experience done, but you have to keep yourself distracted. You have to keep yourself going. You have to keep yourself thinking about something else. And remembering that at the end of the day, there is this leg up is coming. This leg up is like very pronounced to me. If it really feels like you're waiting on something to come in, like a loan or a property, maybe a car. I don't know what it is. I'm going to scroll down, see if you've commented. No comments. Okay, that's okay. I hope that helps you. I hope you know what the heck I'm talking about. Whoops. Because I'm not in your life, so I have absolutely no clue. But I hope that helps. Okay, who is next? Wanda. Let's pull your card, Wanda. Let's pull your card. I just spoke to you the other day, so I'm going to be super, super quick. But you were awesome, and I think I already know what your cards are saying. Yeah, because we just talked. I can understand these exactly. Treasure Island is talking about that you have now found this destination that you want to go. You now know that there is a treasure island. There is like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that you are reaching for, that you are moving towards. You're not quite there yet. That's why it's like an island. It's elusive, right? But you know of its existence. And knowing of its existence is the first stage in getting there. And this is no place like home. This is a place that suits your soul. This is, what I get from this as well is the journey of going there is what feels like home. You are learning to rediscover yourself and rediscover who you are and feel good in your own skin. That's really what this card is about. But it's about the journey. I really love this for you because it's talking about how you're learning to enjoy the journey and to love the journey just as much as you are the destination. I love that for you. I hope that was helpful. Okay, next we are at Krista. I love this too. It's Krista, not Ed. If you're doing extra cards, I'd love one. Krista, I'd love to give you one, but you have to like it first. That's the exchange of energy thing, right? You like this, it helps the algorithm get my name out there so people know who I am. And then I pull your card. Did you like and share? Did you? You're like, okay, liked. There we go. See? Perfect. I love that. Okay. Krista, here we go. Oh, your cards are popping, Krista. They feel so good. I don't know how to explain it. They got me singing weird shit on camera. So, like I said, they feel so good. They feel like, oh, I love this, Krista. Keep doing it. What you're doing feels good. It feels like you're coming alive in your own skin. It feels like you are, this is, again, we just went through what this card means, right? And you have it next to the go the distance card. That means that they are, just keep going because I'm not going to be surprised if I see this serendipity card fly out of here. Let me see this. Oh, even better. I didn't realize there could be better than a serendipity card in this right now. Soulmates. I don't know if the camera's seeing that. This says soulmates. You are building this life with your soulmate. It's precious. It's an example for so many people of what is possible in our lives. I want you two to understand something that I know it's not always easy, but you guys are an amazing couple. And you guys are doing things, creating businesses and things together and showing the world that there is no perfect relationship, but there is great ones. And you can do things together. You can build a life with your soulmate in a way that is cohesive, right? Because a lot of us see examples of divorce and separation and struggle in a negative light a lot of the time when we see couples working together. But you two just shine a light. I don't know how to explain it. You just shine a light onto a lot of couples. I'm not even a couple, but I can feel the appreciation and I can see the strings of synchronicity on where that goes. And I think that one of the things you didn't even know is that you're helping marriages, not just people get ahead in business, but I think you're helping them emotionally to go, listen, if they can do this, we can do this. And that's pretty awesome. So I hope that helps. Okay. Who's next? Kendra. Kendra Allen. I think you are my friend's daughter. I think that is, I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I think I'm right. Yes, I know I'm right. I can see your cute little button nose in my face. Okay, here we go. So, Spirit, what do you have to say for Kendra? What do you have? Oh, my hair's all staticky. Do you say for Kendra? Why am I doing that? Weird. See, that's how you can tell the dead are in my head. Message in a bottle. Spirit's been communicating with you, hon. Message in a bottle is about signs, things leading you somewhere, learning, trying to understand. Usually it can be asking for help, asking for a sign. Yep, feeling stuck at a fork in the road in your life. Just telling you to just breathe. You're definitely at this point where you're like, what the heck am I supposed to do right now? What the heck am I supposed to do? And that's probably why you're watching this broadcast here, because this is what we've been talking about this whole hour, is how to let it in, right? How to let it in is to remember that you are poised. You're ready. You're standing there like this going, okay, hello, I'm ready. You can let it in anytime now. And the trick is to not be pissed off that you're standing like this, is to get excited, knowing it's going to happen any second. That's what's going on here. Just follow the messages and get into the receptive mode of allowing it in. One more, because I feel like it's going to come faster than you even think. So if she gets into that receptive mode, is it going to, yeah. You're feeling orphaned? You've got the orphaned card, man? You felt left behind? Stop thinking. Get out of your head. You got the thinker. This card, though, with this situation and the orphaned card, see, it doesn't always necessarily mean that you're too much in your head, but when you put it next to that orphaned card reminds us that that's, if you think about the feeling of being orphaned, it's a detached, it's a betrayed, it's a separated, or, you know what I mean? That kind of feeling, a alone kind of feeling. And you're definitely not alone. You know where you're going. You're poised. Remember? You're poised. This is a deep knowing. You know where you're going. Just gotta let it in and get the frick out of your head. I didn't say the other word, so that's good. Okay, is she going where I think she's going, though, if she can get poised? If she can get poised, what happens? This is how I like to ask questions. They don't always answer. If she can get poised. Do you remember what I just said? This is what I freaking love about tarot, you guys. I'm sorry, I'm in a giddy mood because I deal with these darn synchronicities every day, and I love that you guys get to see them. What did I just say? If sometimes they won't answer. So what did they just show me again? Thinker, deep knowing. It's the exact same cards you had. They're done. They're not giving me another answer. This is get the heck out of your head. Know what's happening and get excited instead of frustrated, and you will let it in. I hope that helps. Okay. Oh, Angela commented, I'm trying to get my diploma, but I don't remember what I said to you now, Angela, because that was a ways up. So, yeah. Anyway, hold on. Yeah, Kendra, I definitely need to stop overthinking. Bet Lahue. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Bet. I'm just gonna say Bet. I can't pronounce your French. I can't pronounce your last name, which I think is French and is sad because I am French. My grandma would be so disappointed. Anyway, Bet. Let's see what spirit can tell you besides pointing out my bad French. Bet. Maybe it's not even French. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you if I did. Let's just see. Tracy, stop being awkward. Do the cards. Here we go. Bet. Bet, 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 bet. Ooh. They're telling a story, Bet. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to read this one first. I like that I'm going to read these not first, after. I'm going to read that one after. But I'm going to read that one. I don't need to read the book out of these ones, but I need to read the book on that one. Anyway, fork in the road with all that glitters. That what I get from that is you're trying to make a decision and you want to make sure that you make this decision based on the truth and not the illusion. This can be an illusion kind of card, right? So interesting. I really get a decision right there. And then what I get for the Between Two Worlds card, I should show it to you actually. It's Between Two Worlds. Is that really card 3? Wow. That's interesting that it's an early energy like that. But that's okay. Makes sense after, because it follows the yin and yang cards. Not that you guys know what the heck I'm talking about. So anyway, Between Worlds. Here, I'm going to read this. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness or feeling like you're in no man's land. Which makes total sense because you have the fork in the road where it's like you have to go this way. You've got the Between Two Worlds card, which is again 2 different worlds. And it's the All That Glitters card, which is, I guess, reminding you, and I'm going to pull one more here, hun, but that's telling me to remind you to make your decision based on the truth, not the illusion. Something is very much an illusion here, and I think you know. I think you're trying to make a choice based on new decisions and not the old. But the trick is to see it the way it really is. I don't know. I'm a psychic medium too, so I get almost a feeling of like feeling in the dark, like almost like the moon card here. Imagine. Okay. I know what they're saying by this. So imagine is the card where it's telling you to get in your head, but in a good way. So what I mean by that is do your mental work, your vibrational work before you make your choice. So what that means is that everything in this world is created vibrationally before it's done or created physically, right? So if you're going to take a trip somewhere, you sit down and you figure out the route. You figure out your map. You probably figure out the rest stops. You do all of the vibrational mental work before you jump in and do the physical work because it makes it clearer and so much easier, right? So this is my card for mental work, for visualization work. And what it's telling you to do is to make sure that you spend time every day visualizing the the choice that you want in your world. Sometimes we get stuck in worrying about what we don't want, right? So focus on what you want and let the visions of that be more powerful and dominant in your brain. And then what's going to happen is the universe is going to align you with the situations that will match the visions that you have in your head. I'm going to pull one more. I didn't even have to try. Literally, this spirit's a little bit sarcastic. So they said, yep, buy the book, just what she said. And at the end of this, milk and honey. At the end of this, milk and honey. This is the pulling in everything that you've been. This is the truth. See, I think somebody's trying to fool you and say, or there's something, not somebody's trying to fool you, but there's one choice is like all glittery and stuff like this. And it's like right here where you can see it going, oh, choose me, choose me. But then you got milk and honey back here. That is the real thing that is going, yeah, I'm just going to sit back here. And you have to know I'm here in order to get to me. Because I ain't going to pop out in your face. You got to know I'm here. And you got to choose this path, not this one. Because what's going to happen is if you choose this one that looks all glittery and shiny in your face, that when you get up to this spot, it's going to look like dust. It's going to look like fool's gold. And you're going to have to go all the way back and then back to this one. Does that make sense? So just know that you are between two worlds. This card does not come up for everyone. This is my favorite card in the whole deck because, again, it's the receiving of everything that you have worked so hard for. Again, milk and honey doesn't just appear in our lives. It's something that we have invested our energy in, right? Exchange of energy. That's what I'm all about. All right. Who else do we have? I've missed you guys. I bet you guys didn't miss my weirdness. Okay, where are we here? It is French. Beatrice. I love that name. Tianna M. Hi, may I please ask a question? Tianna, I would love you to ask a question. First, you have to hit the like button. If you hit that like button, you can ask me whatever question you want. And then I'm going to get out of here, do my sage and blessing, and get ready for my members' live messages from Spirit. Because I do those every Tuesday at noon. So, what is your question? Tianna, question. What is your question? You asked the question, and I don't know what your question is, but the cards do. So let's do this little game. Ooh, thank you. Now, what is your question, Tianna? And I'm not even going to look at your question yet. I'm going to let the cards answer it, and then I'm going to read it and see what they say. I love these little games that we play with Spirit sometimes. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for Tianna? What do you have for Tianna? Oh, I heard that one. Ooh. Please get a message from my grandpa who passed. Well, we're doing tarot cards right now, sweetheart. So if your grandfather has something to say, okay, so I can't do a medium reading right now, and I don't want to allow that in my head because then I can't read the cards because the meanings of the cards are gone. It's like they take over the controls of my thought process, and it makes it really difficult and embarrassing to get up here and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So let's just say that this is your grandfather answering the question, whatever question that you asked or whatever guidance you need in your world right now. Does that make sense? So I'm getting, first of all, you got the regeneration card. That is telling me, how does Sebastian feel about me? Sorry about that. Oh, Sebastian. Well, I'm not sure who Sebastian is, but I'll tell you, we've got the regeneration card and the by the book card. So regeneration is a card about wanting to be born again, wanting to come alive again, wanting to do things differently. Like usually it is a sign of something that comes after a fire, after a crisis, after a something like that. Do you know what I mean? And then you have the by the book card, which I really feel like when I say this, I feel like you're trying to do things by the book. I feel like you're trying to tippy toe a little bit here. There's something, I don't know if you guys went through a breakup or something, and this is a regeneration. You guys are redoing this. There's a redoing of something. And I don't know if it's you or him who's feeling like we got to toe the line here. Oh, hold on. Oh, you know what though? Message restricted. One of your messages says restricted. I don't know what it said, but this is what I love for you. Blessed. Blessed. So I want you to notice the difference between the by the book and the blessed energy here. Okay. By the book energy is that feeling of like white knuckling it. Do you know what I mean? Is that feeling of I got to make this happen, or I got to force this happen. I got to do everything exactly right and be exactly where I need to be at exactly the right time. I got to by the book, everything by the book, right? And the blessed energy is that I know I'm loved. I know I'm blessed. I know it's coming to me exactly when it needs to come to me. And if I am blessed, then I don't have to worry about if I'm making the wrong move or the right move. Am I right in thinking that this is either a new connection that hasn't really fully been explored yet, or that this is a connection that was broken off and redoing completely? Can you help me with that one? I know there's a 30-second lag there, but if you could answer if I'm right or wrong on that, because I think I'm right on that. Ooh, almost went over. His name is Bob. Tianna, exactly. It is a new connection. Yeah, see, I can tell on this that it's a new connection. Because that makes total sense. So here's what I get from this, Tianna, is that you know what's more attractive, and this is something it took me a long time to learn. Confidence in who you are, and that you are oh gosh, you definitely have a grandfather coming through, because I heard the bee's knees. I literally freaking heard you are the bee's knees in my head. Who says that today? Anyway, you are amazing. And when you know how amazing and blessed you are, if this guy does not feel for you what you deserve to be felt about you, like the emotion that you deserve and that you're looking for, then he will just go away and somebody else will come in. But you got to get into this emotion of blessed, because I want to take this card seriously here. Regeneration. I'm getting a little bit of a warning here of that, to remember that if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. And by this card, this tells me that you've worked hard to burn down the old and to redo things, to do things differently this time. And this is a warning not to white knuckle that energy, to just be this beautiful, attractive, confident, loving and kind and open person. And don't try to play too many games based on rules or based on, you know what I mean? Just be true to yourself and remember who you really are. And if anybody comes in and treats you any less than that, then they're not worth it for you. It's not so much about is he interested in you? It's, are you interested in him? Is he even good enough for you? Sorry. See, that's how you know it's your grandfather. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, last thing that comes out. Yeah, because you don't need to get back into chaos and conflict. This is what you're regenerating from, right? This is what you're leaving behind. So to make sure that you don't get back into that old energy, the way you do that is by remembering your worth. Remember who you are. All right. I hope that helps. Okay. So Angela, I will read for Bob. Did Bob like my video? Did he do that exchange of energy? That just helps the algorithms, you guys. YouTube has not been very nice to me. I'll just tell you that. They have not been very nice to me whatsoever. So I don't need them. I got you guys. You guys can just hit that like button and it works with the algorithm, right? So here we go. Bob. Oh my gosh. Does the universe have a message for Bob? Well, let me tell you. Yesterday, so we're a family of psychics around here, right? So my nephew slept over this weekend. And so what's today? Tuesday? So yeah, Sunday before we left. Sunday before we left to drive my nephew home. The boys, I have this little whiteboard on my fridge, and the boys drew this face of some guy on there, and they wrote Bob with an arrow towards the guy's face, and then they wrote, "We love Bob." I love Bob. That's what it says. I love Bob. And I'm like, who the heck is Bob? And they're like, I don't know. And so it's funny because as soon as I said your name, I saw that thing there and I see somebody saluting. So I don't know if you have like a father figure or somebody like that in the military, or, well, it doesn't always have to be military. It's a connection to the uniform, right? So, ooh, tizzy, emotional tizzy. All right, let's see what you got going on here, Bob. Hold on. Bob. I don't know if you were listening to this whole thing, Bob, but what it says is so you got the Y card right away. The Y card, as I was saying before, is my card for it. Kind of represents a state of like an emotional tizzy, like an emotional temper tantrum almost. You know what I mean? Things are not going exactly the way that I thought they were going to go. So I'm frustrated and why is this happening? And getting a little bit all up in your head and being like, and this card asks you to go, why are you getting all upset about this? Like, seriously, this card also represents that you know better, that you know that this whatever this little crisis, whatever this little thing is that got your attention into this little bit of an emotional tizzy. And in your case, this feels minor. I just want to say it feels like you're fine tuning your ability to control those emotional tizzies. I'll be honest with you, because you have Treasure Island coming up here. So this tells me, I almost wonder if you're building a business or you've got a promotion. This is a goal in sight. This is your eyes on the prize. This is you found the treasure. It's there. I'm going there. And you want to be there yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. I want to be there yesterday. Kind of energy is what I'm got going on here. And this is saying, just freaking breathe, dude, because at the end of the day, your milk and honey is coming in. It's coming in. You don't have to try so hard. You do not have to try so hard. They will bring it in, but they can't bring it in if you're in that emotional tizzy energy, because it pinches off your receptivity mode, right? You get what you are feeling. So if you're feeling, then you get more. You got to be feeling, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I had this idea. We're building this. We're on our way there. This is awesome. And when you get into that energy, things move. Things happen. That's how you clean up the old energy, because you've been going round and round and round in that old circle of energy. This is the round and round card, and this is the clean it up card. This is telling you to clean up that emotional tizzy. You've done this cycle before. Remember when I said it felt like you were fine-tuning this so that you don't have these emotional tizzies anymore? That's exactly what this is saying. You've done this before, and you know now that you can deal with it differently than you could before. You can clean this up, and you can take care of this right away. You can remember that you are on your way to Treasure Island, and that this, my friend, milk and honey, is in your future. Remember, milk and honey doesn't pop into our lives. It's something that we have to exchange our energy for. It is something that we have to have faith in God for. It is something that we have to work together in order to make happen. So this is good things. Good things coming in. All right, you guys, this was fun. We are going to do this again soon. Members, if you are here, please remember you can watch the live members readings, even if you're not being read. Just email my sister Tammy at booking@THMedium.ca with your member number and your name, and she will give you the link, and then you can just join us. And if you want to be read this week, just join us on there, and I will see you on there. And if you don't know how to use Zoom and you still want me to call you like I used to do, then just email me or text message me, and I will call you just like we used to do. All right, guys, this was fun. I will see you guys again soon. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.